So if you want to click on here for the link to the installation video, it's about a 29-minute video. The good news is I've already been out on the bike and everything works a-okay, including the GPS, which I had to tuck in behind one of the sections beneath the tank there. So everything works fine, and then I'm just going to talk you through just setting up the Innovv and then also setting up the Hex Ezcan. So let's crack on. So here's the installation of the K2. So as you can see, it's wired directly to the Hex Ezcan, so nothing's gone to the battery, so my terminals aren't like a Christmas tree. So the Innovv K2, when you remove the weatherproof strip, you have access to a couple of ports here where the SD card is, and this is notorious for pinging the card out, so you need to put a screwdriver in there unless you've got really long nails, not like myself. Put a screwdriver in there and then just take the card out, because we need to make sure that the system is running the latest software. And just put a towel, microfiber towel down here, so when you do take the card out, if it does ping out, it ain't going to go down here and you're going to lose it forever and a day, and you have to go and buy a new 256 gigabyte SD card. So that's a little bit of a tip from me. Not sure about the K3 system. I think that's they've listened to the moans from us K2 owners, and then they've just made it easier to remove the SD card. So take the SD card out, put it into an adapter, go onto your laptop or home computer, and then go onto the Innovv website. And then basically what you need to do is just download the latest version of the software for your device, K2 or K3. I know the K2 stuff is still on there because I did it yesterday, and we are coming towards the end of July 2022, so I know it's sat there. So, but I don't know how old the software is, but I just updated the latest software yesterday. So you have to drag a file and call it a bin file, drag it onto the SD card once you've downloaded it. So don't have to do anything with it. So just download the bin file, drag it onto your SD card, and then take the SD card and then just pop it into the SD card slot. Turn the bike on, and then it will load the software for you. So it's as simple as that. So that's the software up to date. Then what you need to do is on your mobile device, obviously your mobile phone, is then just go to the App Store or whatever store you're using and download the Innovv app, and then fire it all up on the Wi-Fi, switch the bike on, and then you will see that your phone will recognize the Innovv Wi-Fi system, and then just link the two. And then once you've gone into the settings page, you can just decide what you want shown when you're recording with the cameras, whether you want the time, date, speed, etc., that kind of thing. So just go down the list and tick what you need to tick, and basically then you have pretty much set your Innovv K2 or the K3, because it's pretty much the same. You set the system up. Now whether you go 1080, because the K3 is 1080 as well, which is at 30 frames a second, or 720 at 60 frames a second. In fact, what I'll do, I'll put the two pictures side by side so you can enlarge it on your laptop and just see. But I certainly wouldn't use the footage on the K2 and the K3 for any A-roll footage. If you want to sort of video your holiday, the GoPro and your mobile phone is superior to the quality. Not sure about the K5, which is supposed to be 4K. But yeah, it's B-roll footage at best, I would suggest. So that's the Innovv all sorted out. And then if you want to watch your route on a Google map or similar, then you have to take the SD card out of the Innovv, put it into an SD card adapter, and then you need to download the app on the computer, and it is called Dashcam Viewer. They do a free version. So have a look at that. It does work. I tried it yesterday. So the GPS, which I mounted behind here, so that signal does work, so I'm more than happy with that. So have a look at the Dashcam Viewer, and then that'll give you like a, you know, where you are along the Google map kind of road, or whichever maps they're using. So yeah, if you want to use that, I'm using these cameras purely for evidential reasons. If some idiot pulls out in front of me, or if I capture somebody else's misfortune on the front camera or the rear camera. So you've got to help other motorists out, or indeed pedestrians, etc., you know. So you never know what's going to be around the corner, as they say. So not only protecting you, but also protecting your fellow citizens and all that good stuff. So the next thing we need to do is just program the Hex Ezcan to operate on whichever circuit I'm going to be operating on. In this case, it's going to be the red circuit. So this is the red wire, and there'll be a blue circuit, a yellow circuit, and I think a white circuit as well. So 4 circuits, but we're looking at the red circuit. So I've just taken this little rubber plug off, make sure we don't lose it, and then plugged the data cable in there. I've just written on there on a bit of tape hex, because sometimes you'll have a box of cables and you don't know which cable goes where or into what device, but all cables aren't the same, even if they've got the same terminal end to them. So yeah, so that hex cable I know is the one for the Hex Ezcan. So my MacBook, I haven't got a USB plug, so it's just got to go in via an adapter. So there we go. So there's the laptop fired up. So just going to open up the Hex Ezcan accessory manager. There we go. I've already set it up, so I'm utilizing the red circuit, as you can see here, and fuse wise it's a 1 amp fuse. So 1 amp fuse, I can select whatever I want. So it's a 1 amp fuse and it's a accessory, and if we come down to here, it's the same symbol down here, so we're utilizing it as an accessory. And then the Innovv takes 25 seconds to finish writing its data to the card. So yeah, so it's set at 60 seconds, so that will be fine, and it's normally a 10-second power up sequence as well, but we don't need to worry about that there. And what else is there? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it done. And if you were starting afresh, say we're going to utilize the blue circuit, then if you click on the blue circuit, which is not powered to anything at the moment, it's just an end cap on it, then we'd see here that we've got the accessory. So you click on accessory, and then that would give you the accessory options down here. So that is pretty much it. So I'm going to cancel that. What I'm going to do is unplug everything, make sure I put that cap back on here. So that burning question, what is the footage like? Well, it's certainly no GoPro killer in relation to the footage. I would suggest that the footage is going to be really good if you're involved in an accident or an incident, and it will just show the authorities that you were in the wrong or you were in the right. Hopefully that would be the case. So I went out on the bike this morning, first run along the same stretch of road, did it twice, was using the settings on 1080 at 30 frames a second, as you can see here. So you can see a little bit of granulation, if that's the right word, in the picture, but certainly you can make out the registration marks of the vehicles if you press the pause button. And also we did the same run using the settings of the camera on 720 at 60 frames a second, and quite clearly you can see the whole quality of the picture is certainly nowhere near as good as the 1080. So yeah, leave it in 1080 at 30 frames a second. So without a doubt, this is a really good setup. It's let's call it a plug and play system. It's on the bike, and if you have a problem with your SD card, you'll never have to touch the system again other than update the software, and the SD card will just continually loop over a period of time and just start rewriting the footage as and when it is required if the card gets full up. So for me, that is going to save an awful lot of time and hassle if you're involved in an incident, because you've got the proof straight out of the machine itself. So that's it, folks. The Innovv system gets a thumbs up for me. I know my system is now being superseded by the K3, which is pretty much exactly the same actually. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's been of some interest to you. If you've got any comments to make, if I've made any absolute howlers, please make any comments in the comment section down below. I'll put the link to the camera and all the relevant bits and pieces that you need to know in the description box as well. As ever, ride safe, and we shall again soon in the next video, whatever that may be. Ta-ta for now. Bye.